The A1 motorcycle community is a funny beast, and by funny I mean really sad. If you live in the good old US of A, then you might not even know what A1 motorcycles are. And to that I say, we are very lucky. We have it pretty good over here in the land of the free and the home of the brave, which is why I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes or so poking some lighthearted fun at all you poor schmucks riding around on A1s. In case you're wondering, we've made a video covering the European licensing system, so be sure to check it out if you're curious about A1 and A2 bikes. Basically, it means that you're very limited in terms of power to weight ratios when it comes to getting your first bike if you're under a certain age or experience level in these countries. In many countries in the EU and in Australia and a few others, if you're under 18, you can only get an A1 bike, which is like 18 horsepower or so. Think your Groms, your R125s, etc. Then after you ride that, you're approved for an A2 bike, which is limited to 47 horsepower or so. Think Ninja 400, R3, and that type of thing. Then after that, if you have all the experience and you've passed all the prerequisite exams, or you're over the age of 24 and passed the test, you can get whatever you want. So, given that A1 bros have to languish with slower bikes for a bit, they develop their own culture. So, let's check out 9 things A1 riders are likely to say. But be warned, the remainder of this video is not for those of thin skin or the easily insulted. Adult supervision may be required. Up first is the classic. Yammie, what 50cc bike should I get? I get a lot of DMs that ask me this, to which my response is and shall always be, how should I know? That's barely a motorcycle. At this point, are we seriously considering 50cc as a motorcycle? Isn't that basically a self-propelled lawnmower? I think we should look this up. One moment, gonna hack into the mainframe here, Google a couple things. Oh, the mighty Google has proven its worth yet again. A walk-behind mower has 3 times as many cc's as this motorcycle. A walk behind. Dear Heavenly Rossi, what kind of sacrilegious naming systems are these licensing people working with? At this point, I am embarrassed for you. But honestly, I have no clue what 50cc bike you should get. Anything that will propel you from A to B should be good. The second thing I hear a lot is, in my country, you have to be 16 and suffer for 2 years with the 125cc. Look, I get it. When you live somewhere with an A1 and A2 licensing requirement, or somewhere outside of the great nation of motorcycle freedom, you get stuck on a lawnmower. We've established this. Here's my advice. Get a bicycle or get yourself a lawnmower. I don't think those are limited. Either way, you've got the potential to pump out more cc's than you do if you're cruising around on your A1 class bike at a breezy 125cc. I also recognize that not every country has exactly the same A1 and A2 requirements, but in the interest of time, I covered them in the video. I made as extensively as I could, but I'm not going to run through every single country, my dudes. There's so many small discrepancies, so don't sit there commenting telling me, in my country, it is at 16 years old and you get 18.5 horsepowers. I'm just kidding. Up next is the kind that hurts a little bit. At least we can drink alcohol at 18. I don't want to be that guy, but for the sake of the United States of America, I'm gonna be that guy. Everyone can drink at 18, it's just not legal here, so there. And let's be honest, is having access to alcohol at a few years earlier really worth not being able to get your motorcycle license and pick any bike you can afford? Is the mojito you're sipping on really worth being strapped to a 50cc tortoise when you can be busting dank canooners on a Turbo Busa at age 18? I didn't think so. Moving right along, this one I hear a lot. It's specifically for this country. They'll tell me, Yammie, you obviously don't understand moped culture here in Finland. While I do appreciate the set of balls it takes to say this sentence, much less say it with a straight face and with an argumentative tone, I gotta tell you, nobody understands the moped culture in Finland. Nobody, not even the Finnish. The fact that moped culture can even be labeled as a thing makes me question the state of our world. I mean, what exactly does moped culture entail? Is it the antithesis of Harley culture? Does everyone turn into a Brady Bunch version of Woodstock, throw on their best tie-dye and get ready to rumble? I don't think so. Someone please in the comments explain the moped culture in Finland to me. I know it's specific, but apparently it happens all the time. And while you're down there in the comment section trying to defend moped culture, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm here all week with primo content, quality insults, and the juiciest thighs you're going to find without having to give up your credit card info. And all you have to do is hit subscribe and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on anything Papa Yam has to offer. And it is a lot. We give away motorcycles, money to buy gear, special edition bottles of Ode to Torque, and once we hit 5,000 patrons, I'll even be giving away a movie-sized poster of yours truly and those baby gap shorts you've all come to know and love. And yes, these juicy thighs will be signed, because clearly this thing is going to be worth some serious cash. Let's continue here. The one I hear also is the best A2 bike is a restricted FZ07 or an SV650 or a Yamaha R6. Let me break this down for you. It's kind of like math. One of those pesky word problems, if you will. If the best bike is a Turbo Busa, then what do you get when you compare it to an FZ07? Wait, I messed that up. What do you get when you compare it to a restricted FZ07 with claims that the Ninja is a superior bike? Lies. You get lies. Straight up blasphemy. No way in hell can you sell me on the idea that any, and I mean any restricted bike will ever find its place in the Yammie Noob Best of Hall of Fame. Nope. It's not gonna happen. Choking a bike in a non-sexy, non-kinky way is just not right. Well, choking it in a sexy way is also not right. Okay, this video is getting out of control. Let's keep it PG here. I'm sorry about that. A1 riders are much too young to know about these sorts of things anyways. I can't stomach the thought of this next one anymore. Let's talk about something else. And they'll tell me, I have a 125cc two-stroke Aprilia that goes 150 miles per hour. Do you? Do you? Let's look at some basic math. 125cc two-stroke anything should not, does not, cannot go 150 miles per hour. That's not how these things work. If this is a story you're relying on to pick up the ladies, please, for the love of Rossi, at least do a basic Google search. Because I promise you, if someone is buying into this, she is likely going to give you something more than a night of fun. Let's use our noggins and work through this one, yeah? There are easier stories to fabricate than this one, and now I'm sure I'm going to get comments talking about how some one-off 125cc two-stroke Bonneville Salt Flats record holder that did 200 miles per hour using duct tape gum, 44 horsepower, and a whole lot of stripstream, gumption, and runway. The next one I hear a lot as well from A1 riders is the A1 and A2 licensing systems are a cash grab by the government. Yes, and anyone in America who didn't vote for Trump is just a liberal snowflake. Where do you people come up with this stuff? Look, maybe it is a cash grab by the government. I don't know, and I don't know because I don't happen to live in a country where these A1 and A2 licensing systems exist. But the primary spouters for this one seems to be increasingly the more libertarian Euro squids, and they may or may not be wrong. Again, I don't have to deal with this chicanery, so there you have it. A1 and A2 peeps, is this licensing system merely a cash grab by your government, or is it in place to keep your wild-ass moped riders safe? Let me know in the comments. I need to know. I also need to know why you guys seem to think it's okay to drop bombs like this next one on innocent bystanders. It's 125cc supermotos are king here. You know, I'm not super into the educational system, but I am starting to wonder about what is being taught in these schools. Is this Common Core math? Surely not. I mean, that's not even real. It must all be the genetically modified foods you guys are eating. Your small displacement supermoto is just a fancy pit bike, and it is weird. You can't slap a set of tall bars on a Grom and call it a bike, and you certainly can't throw a coronation for it and call it royalty. Well, you could, but that'd be weird. King Grom. I don't know if it's sad or sickening that I even have to have these conversations with you guys, but here we are. And just like all good warning labels, even though it may seem like common sense, it exists because at some point someone has done it or said it. And that, my brethren, is why we can't have nice things. And by we, I mostly mean you, because of this last A1 thing that riders say. Americans have it so easy. You can get whatever bike you want at age 16. Yes, we can. And I have to admit, that alone is the single most important thing to consider when you hear someone talk about how this is the greatest country on earth, because it is. Thanks to our ability to hop on a Hayabusa at 16 years old, scare the hell out of ourselves and our parents, and somehow manage to walk away looking like Steve McQueen or like a really cool Tom Cruise. Maybe you pull a few Matrix moves and start calling yourself Neo. Who am I to judge? If you didn't take the time to do it earlier, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. This video is coming to an end. Show me a little love and let me know that every one of these videos that I pour my heart and soul into and a little bit of unicorn juice is worth it. Seriously, unicorn juice is expensive and thumbs ups can help keep the lights on around this place. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today. Let me know in the comments what you liked and didn't like. Please remember to subscribe. We're at over 500,000 subscribers, so hunt down all of your friends that are too lazy to smash that old subscribe button. 1 million subscribers is going to mean a Turbo Busa on this channel. Let's make it happen for it in time to be a Christmas present. I know that's a big stretch goal, but I got a feeling we can make it happen. And of course, don't forget to check out our motorcycle giveaways. We've got a brand new Yamaha R3 and Suzuki SV650 waiting to be given away. Hit the links below to learn how you can get entered to win and get started with those machines. Rumor has it that come October, we're going to have 3, maybe even 4 new giveaway bikes. So check out how to get started in the links below because it's going to be a good time. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. As always, I'm your host, Shabby Dude, Hammy Lube, Yammie Noob. See you in the next one. Fact. The Waldorf Astoria Hotel once had its own private railroad track at Grand Central so that its guests could clandestinely enter and exit New York City. Largely abandoned now, it operates only when the president is in town in case the need arises for an emergency exit. Goodbye.